Attention documentarians, students, and news people. Be aware when researching the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt that there is some sort of crazy cousin to confirmation bias, groupthink, or hive mentality afoot among most of the mainstream Forrest Fenn talking head YouTube channels. If you've ever read Stephen King's Tommyknockers, you will have a general sense of what I'm trying to convey. I even looked at the DSM for possible answers to no avail, but was able to come up with a term that perhaps encapsulates the condition: obsessive group denialism, or OGD. Their agenda appears to be to deliberately and collectively ignore certain scientifically provable facts pertaining to specific clues that Forrest went out of his way to convey to searchers. He gave us these clues not only to keep us safe, but also to narrow down the search area significantly. Nonetheless, we're all dummies here, but it don't take a rock scientist to figure out that if the treasure chest was found anywhere that in any way contradicts the clues that Forrest specifically wrote about or spoke about, then the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax, and by virtue of, anyone that contests these clues as truths suffer from OGD or are basically in on the hoax. I mean, this is going to be that obvious. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found outside of these elevation parameters, above 5,000 feet and below 10,200 feet. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found in a graveyard. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found in an outhouse. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found in a mine, tunnel, or cave. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found in a dangerous location. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was not found at a distance of at least 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found using a cipher. Now, I've included the actual quotes that contain some of these clues where there still seems to be some doubt about or ignorance to the actual clues that Forrest said were clues. Some searchers overrate the complexity of the search, knowing about head pressures, foot pounds, acre feet, Bible verses, Latin, cubic inches, icons, fonts, charts, graphs, formulas, curved lines, magnetic variation, codes, depth meters, riddles, drones, or ciphers will not assist anyone to the treasure location, although those things have been offered as positive solutions. Excellent research materials are The Thrill of the Chase, Google Earth, and/or a good map. Believe it or not, there are still treasure seekers out there that are convinced that Forrest Fenn in some way coded his poem, and that a cipher is necessary to find the clues, despite the painstaking efforts Forrest went through here, crafting this passage to help steer people in the right direction. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was not found at approximately 360 degrees north of Santa Fe. The treasure chest certainly is in the mountains somewhere north of Santa Fe, and that is a clue. That is not to say it is exactly 360 degrees from Santa Fe, but generally. If you start chasing horseshoes, you may go crazy, but it's the thrill of the chase, remember? Other clues I have given but are not commonly known are, it's not in Nevada, and it is more than 300 miles west of Toledo, but those won't help you much. Good luck. Forrest stresses the importance of this statement by saying outright that it is a clue. Yet there are still mainstream YouTubers trying to convince people that the chest was found in Yellowstone or Cody, Wyoming, when neither are even remotely close to 360 degrees north of Santa Fe. Therefore, the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found in Yellowstone or Cody, Wyoming. Please take a close look at this map. Forrest definitively rules out Yellowstone and Cody even if he gave us a 10+ degree margin of error. But he didn't. Many times over he said it was straightforward, and you can clearly see here neither Yellowstone or Cody are anywhere near 360 degrees north of Santa Fe. Yellowstone is at 343 degrees, and Cody is at 346 degrees. This is a moot point anyway because the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found in Montana, Wyoming, or northern Colorado. And here's one of the many quotes from Forrest where he tells us a specific clue on this subject that explains why. Not a hint to a clue, but a clue. Every day, people call begging for clues. The other day, I had 21 email requests. One man asked if he should buy a topographical map, and I told him he'd be better served reading the book again. All you have to do is think about the 9 clues and follow them in order. Okay, I'll tell you what I told a woman from Nevada who called and said she knew where the treasure was, but was incapacitated, so would I please go get it for her? I said, well, you tell me where it is and I'll bring it to you. The woman wanted an additional clue, so I told her it was more than 300 miles southwest of Toledo. That's right, this is known as the Toledo Clue, and he says it's a clue on multiple occasions. Not a hint to a clue, but an actual clue intended to help searchers narrow down the search area. I mean, read it. He says it's a clue. Pause it and read it again if you don't understand. The Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a hoax if the chest was found anywhere above this line. If you disagree with this, you're calling Forrest Fenn a liar and a fraud. Why would anyone search northwest of Toledo armed with this clue that he gave 10 years ago? Well, you might say, but didn't Forrest say the chest was found in Wyoming? Well, no, he said he agreed to say it was found in Wyoming. Pretty darn clever, don't you think? So what is Forrest Fenn if not a liar or a dummy? I don't know, but as it stands, the only logical conclusion is that for some reason, the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt ending was hoaxed. My name is Matt, and I'm an independent writer and researcher, but I never had a compelling boots-on-the-ground solve, nor have I ever seen or read about one. The only thing compelling I've ever seen or read that contains all of the clues in the poem, and most of them outright, is in Eric Sloane's book, Diary of an Early American Boy, Noah Blake, 1805. I made a video about it, and it's on my channel if you're interested.